Hey there everybody, we're just doing a little video here at Twin Oaks Family Farm. I'm going to put on our YouTube channel, Twin Oaks Farm Poultry. We have this new puppy and we're wanting to make sure that we can have him around our chickens. So we went ahead and let him in here with our meat bird production flock. We've had him around the egg production chickens a couple times and he doesn't chase them, but he also will kind of like set a boundary and sit and sort of like compel those egg production chickens to sort of stay in one place. So I was letting him in here with the meat production chickens, just see what happens. So 12-week-old Dachsund puppy. Got a few chores in here to do, just fill the water. Gonna clean the tray of that water. We've got the water to refill it there. Also, we're getting a little bit of a dip here on the bedding material on the floor, where to the left of this feeder in front of us here, to the left of it, the bedding's getting piled up because we do a deep litter bedding system. To the right of it, it's deeper. So you see the birds on the left side, they're sitting to eat, and the birds on the right side are standing. We want them standing. So I'm actually going to move those a little bit and dress that bedding over so we get that level again, and put it on risers, put this feeder on risers if we need to, so we get the birds standing while they're eating. We got birds at the water, they are standing. That's what we want. Temperatures in rural Southeast Ohio, USA today got up to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, November 4th, 2023. So we do still keep heat lamps on though, because these birds want an ambient temperature of maybe 80 to 85 degrees. I'm really amazed at how this Dachshund puppy is doing around these birds. Very calm around them, and we're hoping he can be a dog that can do farm chores. He actually is our middle son's dog, but we want him to be a dog that can, and our middle son's young adult, but we want him to be a dog that can go out and do things with you and be with you while you're doing chores and stuff. So we're just seeing how it goes. But gonna finish up chores in here with the meat birds. And we get asked a lot about temperature with meat birds, and keeping them comfortable. And so in general, we monitor, just trying to observe their behavior, and their behavior pretty much guides us if they're feeling just right or too cold or too warm, and we make adjustments based on that. But in general, you can go by the reference point that a meat bird never really wants to be lower temperature, ambient temperature around the meat birds. Shouldn't go lower than the equivalent of 70 degrees Fahrenheit if we can get close to that. So the impact of ambient temperature on meat birds is that if they're uncomfortable with the temperature, they'll basically park it in one place and not want to move around, which means they won't be moving around, they won't be going to food, they won't be going to water. And that's the problem with temperature stress, and particularly with chill stress, because if they're cold, they'll huddle, they'll fluff up what feathers they do have, and they won't go to water. That'll lead to dehydration. They won't go to food. That leads to malnutrition, and all of that leads to poor growth, poor meat to feed to meat conversion. So that's the three things we want to keep our meat birds doing. We want to keep them moving. We want to keep them going to food, and we want to keep them going to water. So we monitor for those things every day. These birds are comfortable, but you can see that even with an outside temperature of 70 degrees Fahrenheit, we've got birds that about 18 days old here, they still want to use the supplemental heat lamps. Some are comfortable moving out away from them. The temperatures are going to drop a little for us. Overnight might be in the 40s. So for the daytime, we have this blocker board here that we block the doorway, but we've had the door standing open there. For nighttime, we'll close that door up, and we'll continue to leave the heat lamps on. So we would anticipate that the heat lamps will remain on this flock for the duration of their production, which is out to 44 days. So this time of year, that's typical that we would be using that supplemental heat to keep them warm for all of production. Now, the flock that we finished October 6th, they would have started maybe around the middle of August, last week of August, and We started them with supplemental heat, but then as they got older, we were able to go without supplemental heat probably the last couple weeks of their production, because ambient temperatures outdoors were just right, and inside the barn then ambient temperatures were just right for them. So so anyway, the birds are doing good. Dog's doing good with the birds. So thanks for joining us here at Twin Oaks Farm Poultry, and join us another time back in the meat bird grower pen, and we'll keep you posted on this flock's progress. So thanks for joining us, y'all. Please like the videos. Please subscribe if you haven't. And hey, just today, November 4th, 2023, unofficially, we are at 500 subscribers. So about halfway to our goal of 1,000 plus. Thanks for your help, viewers and subscribers. We appreciate your time and effort to support our channel, and we hope to keep it growing. Thanks so much.